Did it go live? No, I'm gonna have to wait. I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, there's gonna be a delay, isn't there? Oh, maybe I have to refresh this. Refresh that. There we go. Yep, refresh. I'm not gonna mute that, so I don't have to hear myself. All right, here we go. And there's 5 people watching and waiting. So now it's just gonna screw me up. So hold on. Move that there. Gotta get myself all set up here. Actually, I don't like how that's set up at all. All right, I'm gonna leave it like this. We got 5 people, 7 people watching now. So if you're in the chat, go down there, do some chat stuff. If you're not, that's cool. You can just watch us as we're going. Waiting on my guest. I hate that dude. Hey, Maurice, what's going on? Just gonna hang out on a random Thursday night, talk about random stuff and things. I have like no topic really. It's just gonna be, let the guest talk about what he wants to talk about, and then I think he's in the ready room now. So, all right, I'm gonna add you straight into the live. We're just gonna do it live.
Hey, sounds good to me.
There you go.
Y'all can hear me all right?
Yep, I got you.
Sounds good. I've never done a live stream before, so kind of running my Turtle Beaches and seeing how it's going.
It works. We got Maurice, we got Wandering Yankee on chat already. So
nice.
Usually give first 5 minutes, let people kind of flow in, and then we'll really just start get going.
Sounds good to me.
Of course, my phone's blowing up.
How's the riding weather been in your neck of the woods?
So it's been good. As far as weather, we had 80 degrees up until last Saturday. Actually, up until this Tuesday, and then we started getting the freeze up here. So
kind of been the same way. It was really hot all last week, and then it was like 37 on the way to work this morning. And say, man, really already?
Yep, that's our mornings now up here. So that's why people are complaining about this Saturday. Want to do an all-day ride, but it's not going to be 60 until like 11 o'clock. I'm like, then that's not all day.
Right, yeah. Not unless y'all dress in like layers and go out early.
But I think that's going to be my plan. I think a few of us are going to split off, do the morning stuff, and then meet up with them for lunch.
Nice.
But then at that point, we're going to be shedding layers off. So I'm like, that's fine. I'll just plan for that.
Definitely. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
That's how I do it anyway. Start out really heavy, and then as I start sweating, things start getting thrown in the saddlebag.
Yep. So, but I don't have a ton of room. If I take my top case, I can fit more stuff. But
nice. That's one thing I need to get still, the top case.
Yeah. Yeah, which still doesn't fit much stuff. I don't want to do the full touring thing for the Riker because I don't feel like spending $1,000 on it. So,
amen there. I've been looking at like eBay and all the knockoff ones I can run and see if I can make it work on mine.
That's what I'm doing. I'm waiting for them to sell, because they sell it as a kit. I'm like, I don't need a kit. I just need a regular hard top case for the back. So I'm waiting for someone to do that. And as soon as somebody does that and it's less money, I'll grab it because I definitely need the room.
I feel that. When I went to Tennessee with my buddy, those saddlebags were so chock full of stuff, and I still needed more room.
Right. Yeah, my Georgia trip was fine just for the length of time. The Virginia, Tennessee trip, I was pushing it because that was like that was like 9 days, I think. I was like my duffel bag was busting out. Like I had no room for anything else. I hope I don't have to take anything home.
I feel that. The like 2 souvenirs I got down in Tennessee, I made it work, but it's not hard to find room for a fifth of whiskey and a couple T-shirts when you're already kind of shoving things in there,
Yeah, but a couple souvenirs from the tail and the back of the drag. Yeah, I'm just like, that's it. Like, and otherwise, I'm shipping stuff back to the house.
Right, and then you don't want to pay for like next day rate or whatever. think the only souvenir I got from the Dragon was a sticker that I put on the inside of my saddlebag lid. That's probably gonna have to get taken off so I can run speakers. So
Oh, there you go. Nice.
perfect planning on my part to put it in directly in line with where I'm gonna cut.
Yeah, I grabbed some shirts from the tail, a couple stickers. I grabbed some stuff from the Snake for the 421 Snake in Tennessee. So, because that was a fun road.
I haven't heard of that one. I might have to hit that one up next time I'm through the area.
Yeah, that was more northern Tennessee because we left Tazewell, Virginia, and did that, and then looped back around. So we were able to do that in a day.
Nice. Something I'll have to talk my friends into doing.
Yeah, probably definitely closer to you guys than me. So
It might be. I think we were from where we left Michigan. It was about a 12-hour ride.
is it? Oh, true. Yeah, you know what? You're right. So and you just hit directly, just go straight south at that point.
Yep, we left Grand Rapids and kind of cut down through Indiana and into Kentucky from there.
Right. Yeah, I think what screwed me up is because I got to go west and then south. So
Okay.
it seems like you guys would be closer. It's probably ends up just being the same amount of time in miles, anyways.
Yeah, Indiana's a very long state for what it is.
Yeah, that's our Connecticut. It's an hour straight, 100 exits of just Connecticut.
Yeah, that's how it felt. It's like we were going for so long, and it's like, man, how are we still in Indiana right now? Nothing wrong with Indiana. It's just like you're trying to like drive through it to get to where you're going, and it's like, damn, we're still here.
How do I invite guest? Oh, here's a copy. Hey, John, Road Reality made it. So
Nice.
here. So I just dropped the link in chat if anyone wants to also join us. But what I'm going to do first, I'm going to let Jake do his thing. We'll do a proper introduction of your channel, where you're from, what you ride, and all that stuff. You just want to go on a little tangent there, and then we'll go back to talking about random stuff.
All right, I'll see if I can do something on the spot. So right now, or you want me to wait a minute or two?
Sure. No, we're good now. We got 8 people going. We've been past almost at the 7-minute mark at this point. So,
Oh, okay, sounds good.
go for it.
So my username on everything is SkitizenX. I ride a few bikes actually. I make a little bit of everything. I try to do. I call them yapping videos where I'll just talk about things for a while, or I'll do ride videos here and there where I don't talk at all and I just kind of cruise with my friends or do quote unquote high octane things that have a statute of limitations before I post them. Those are very few and far though. But I have a 2001 Honda CBR, a 2007 Road King that I mainly ride, and a 2010 Dyna. And I also recently added a little pit bike that every once in a blue moon I'll go out and break my back on. Mainly on YouTube and Instagram, but kind of pushing towards TikTok a little bit just because it seems a little easier. I use air quotes around easier to get views on there, but
It's funny, yeah. I actually have a bigger following on TikTok than I do on YouTube, and it's
me
so
too.
like I didn't even try. It's just so random, and then a couple videos blew up, and that's the TikTok.
Yeah, I hear you there. Like on YouTube, I have 3 something, and then 300 something. Instagram, I'm at like 4,000 something, and then TikTok for some reason I'm like almost at 8. And it's like, why the hell is TikTok of all things giving me these numbers?
Yeah, and it's interesting. I started messing around with it. I guess the content is more towards the user of TikTok, I guess, the viewer, than the YouTube stuff. So I'm like, all right, I'll just bust up some clips and throw them on TikTok.
Honestly, that's what I do. I'll just cut pieces of my YouTube video apart and kind of like stitch them into a shorter video, and then I'll post on both the Instagram and TikTok account I have, and TikTok just loves it for some reason.
Yeah, so I just go with that.
Yeah.
But John's got a bigger following around your house than anywhere else. John, your channel's bigger than mine. I don't know what you're talking about. Because you ride that Harley. Because Harley guys automatically get Harley views. So
You know, my buddy and I just talked about this. Kawayama, he's got that ZX-10R, and he's like, dude, I don't know why I'm blowing up. And it's like, you're riding a leader bike at breakneck speed. You're gonna get the views, dude.
exactly, yeah. Interesting. I talked to some people. Some people say, "Oh, it's not the bike." I'm like, yeah, sometimes it is the bike and the channel and the content. Everything kind of molds together.
No, 100%. I've seen other channels kind of pop up and go, but they had like newer 1000cc sport bikes and they like blew up instantly and then fell off immediately.
Right. Yeah, you'll get the initial views, but you got to stick with it. And people don't realize how
Yeah.
hard this is to really stay consistent with it.
Oh, 100%, especially when the views start dropping and you start kind of getting that little bit of discouragement. And it's like, I got to stick it out and hope this next one blows up or something.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not all of us have those like upfront thousands of views per video because of what we have or what we say or anything like that, or the algorithm just shining its miracle light on us and giving us spotlight, you know?
Right. Yeah. And I don't do myself any favors with the Can-Am community, so I'm just way too
Hey,
honest, and these guys don't like it. So I'm like, well, it is what it is.
yeah, that's true. Sometimes you
Yeah.
have to kind of like stay true to yourself instead of following what the crowd wants you to do.
Right. I mean, just stating facts. I'm like, dude, the thing's been stale for 13 years. It's like, do something.
Yeah, that's kind of what I say about the Harleys. Like people are like, "Oh, get the brand new one," and it's like, or I could get the used one that's pretty much the same thing, just a slightly different motor.
Right. I think I saw a while ago. I think like Kawasaki hasn't changed the Vulcan in like what 20 years, like something. Like they'll change the color, but they won't. They haven't done anything else to it.
I think that sounds about right. I'm not super knowledgeable on my Kawasaki cruisers, but that sounds about right. Like I swear every year I go to a dealership just to like window shop and it's like, man, that's the same Vulcan. Oh no, it's a new one now.
New one, right? But it's funny, but they sell. So like I get it. If you have something that's already good, why I get why not changing it, but when you've got a customer base literally asking you for stuff like, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? And then you don't do it at all, ignore them, and do something completely different.
Right, yeah.
That's my problem with Can-Am. So it's just like you're not even listening to us at all. So
I kind of
yeah,
feel the same way about Harley Davidson. I wish they would have dropped the Bronx they were talking about, but that was a concept that got neutered and shoved to the side.
they would have made money on that.
Oh,
That's
100%. I would have one right now if they made that.
that's what I'm saying. They would have brought in a whole new base of people and all this stuff. Like that's what they needed.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, it's Technic rides with his new Indian over there. Got a Harley guy, Indian guys in the chat right now.
Nice. I like those Indians. Indians are nice bikes.
They are. I definitely think they're an overlooked brand, and I think out of all of the other brands, and we were talking about this at the van meetup this year, Indian should come out with a trike, regardless
Oh,
what
I 100% agree.
either configuration, front wheel or the two front and the back. I think like they have the customer base and they have the power and the money to get behind it and actually make something that would take customers from Harley and from Can-Am for the trike market.
Oh, 100%. Like if they took that Challenger that they make, that's like their high-end bagger, and throw that into a trike configuration, money all day long.
Yeah, I mean that's what Harley did with the RG3 and pretty much the freewheeler.
Exactly.
How can we make this a trike? Indian can just follow suit with the same thing if they really just want to not completely R&D something brand new, because that would take probably minimum 5 years probably if you already don't have anything. But
True.
finding a good flight attorney. Yeah, John, keep your head above water because we need you at the next meetup, and you can't make an excuse that it's too far away.
So has there been word when VAM is coming up again? I've kind of followed it, but not to the point where I have it like ingrained in my memory as to when that's going to happen.
Usually he's been doing it in July.
Okay.
So from the last few years, it's been the second week of July. So if he
All right.
follows through, that'll probably be around the same date.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to usually do that. I definitely want to get back down to the Georgia area again, the Georgia Tennessee area, make another trip out of that. So I might do 2 road trips next year.
Nice.
And depends on what the crew wants to do. Roadie Riders wants to do something road reality, Technic rides, CDL from MIPA. Like that's the crew we usually ride with for some of these meetups. And definitely liking Doyle down in Georgia. Mr. G
Yeah.
out as well. That guy knows everybody. I swear he's like the mayor of that area.
You gotta love meeting people like that.
He brought us out to we did the head of the Dragon in West Virginia this year, which was because of the weather and everything, was a little sketchy. There were some spots that where the road actually just completely washed away.
Oh shit.
And in Virginia, they're like, they don't care. They're like, they just put like one orange street cone. They're like, yeah, don't go here. I'm like, it doesn't help going 40, 45 miles an hour if we don't see a street cone.
Yeah, that sounds about like Michigan roads, or like at least my area. It'll be going fine, and then it's like you're on a dirt road for a little bit, it's all washed out, and then it's back to fine, and it's like, where did this even come from? There's a few rim busters up here near my little neck of the woods, and I've definitely hit them and been very glad that I was on a bike that had a lot of tire on it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, New England in general, Massachusetts, Rhode Island is terrible for roads. So, hey, there's Roadie Riders. There's the guy. He's disappeared forever. I didn't even know he was back from his trip because he doesn't want to text anybody back.
At least he's here now.
Yeah, no, I think he made it back. So, I guess there was a Smoky Mountains meet or something down there in Tennessee in September. So, October, he went down there for that.
Nice. Sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm alive. Good. I'm glad you're alive. But yeah, it's planning out the trips and like spacing it out and you got work and all this stuff. But now just trying to get a good crew of people together for that. It's always fun times.
Definitely, it looks like it. I see a lot of the videos, and I try to live vicariously through them because I usually like remember it when I'm watching the videos. Like, oh no, that's right now. I definitely want to try and get. Sorry, go ahead.
Like I say, I want to try to get next year a solid 2 weeks because the 9 days was fun, but like it almost still wasn't enough for what we wanted to do, and what because I still miss some roads and just some things down there. So
right. Yeah, when I was down there last year, we went down on Friday, messed around Saturday and Sunday, and came back on Monday. So I didn't really see anything other than like the Tail of the Dragon and Gatlinburg.
oh yeah.
Tell you what, coming back from the Tail of the Dragon was miserable though, because like it rained for a little bit, long enough to put on rain gear, and then it stopped long enough to sweat in the rain gear and take it off, and then it just dumped.
Oh, that happened to me and Randy on the way down the van. We hit hail and all that shit.
Oof. Luckily, we didn't have hail, but we were going through some of those mountain passes, and it's like thundering, and it's like, man, I'm the highest point with these steel ape hangers on this bike right now. This isn't great.
Yeah, it's fun times. Yeah, with the mountains. It's like I just dress for the bottom of the mountain. I don't care about the top because then we're just going to come down anyways.
Yeah, amen to that. Yeah, that was one of those rides where it's like I took the rain jacket off, put it in my saddlebag, and as soon as it started raining, it's like, man, I'm already soaked. It's not even worth getting the jacket back out. One of those runs where you get back to the hotel and you're like wringing out everything, and it's like, man, this is gross. I don't like this.
Yeah, we had one of those moments. I think that was the West Virginia one. And then we were coming back. Everybody saw it in the sky. Some people pulled over. We didn't. We just kept going.
Nice.
Me and Nick actually stopped under an underpass to change. And I think that was in the. I put that clip in the movie part of it. Changing under an overpass and then going. But there was another time we were so close we didn't even bother. We were like 10 minutes away. But in those 10 minutes, we got absolutely drenched. So.
Yeah.
And there was no place to pull over. Like when you're in the middle of nowhere down south, like unless you're on a highway and there's an overpass or something, you're screwed.
Yeah, I believe that. I made the unfortunate mistake of wearing my Vans to the tail because it was hot out that day, and they just pooled water and held on to it so bad. Those canvas tops are not great for water.
Yeah. So what'd you think about the tail?
I thought it was fun. I definitely was probably the slowest person on it that day, though, but it was fun. Maybe a touch overrated for what I expected, just with the amount of people on it kind of clogging it a little bit, but it was still pretty fun. I'd definitely do it again.
Yeah, I think I feel the same exact way. It's definitely one of those surreal things. You're like, oh, you've seen it so many times in videos and all this other stuff, and then you ride it, then you're like, oh, okay, that was cool.
Right, yeah, it's like the whole time you're kind of a little bit puckered because it's really tight turns, but it's also like, man, this is all right.
I do want to, and the problem and how I want to plan out trips more so was we were hitting things as we were going from hotel to hotel. So we were fully loaded up. I wasn't ready. Suspension wasn't tuned. and we hit the tail, like right into it, didn't stop or anything. I'm just like, all right, that was fine. So I think for some of my trips, I want to plan a closer hotel to certain areas of where we want to ride, so that way we can unload the bikes, we can, tune them for the weight, all this stuff, and just go and hit them hard. Because I know I could have done that tail a lot better, but
Right.
had the
It
suspension
definitely.
had the suspension set soft. I had all the bags on it, all this stuff, and Doyle just went. Like I thought he was going to stop and be like, "Hey, this is the tail," because we came from the other direction. We didn't come from the store direction. So there's just like that one little sign that you miss when you're
Oh yeah, where it's like, congrats, now you're on the really cool highway, and I say, oh, nice. I didn't know that until now.
right, and it says like warnings of death or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
But but yeah, no, it was definitely fun. I would definitely do it again. But we hit it early in the morning before 9 a.m. on a weekday, and I would say
Mm.
that would be the time to do it.
Yeah, I think we hit it Friday. It's still relatively early in the day, but on a not Friday, on a Saturday. Sorry, my bad. We came down on Friday, but I think we hit it a little early on Saturday, and it wasn't crazy busy. But once we got to like the North Carolina half of it, or closer to North Carolina, you could really tell it was everybody was starting to wake up and starting to hit it.
Yeah, yeah, that's what happened to us. So I was like, "Hey, you want to go again?" And like 20 Lotuses just went through. We're like, "Nah, we're good."
Right.
We got other roads. So
I will say I was a good boy. I did use the pull offs whenever I saw like something in my mirror, and it's like, man, getting passed by a Prius on this road kind of sucks.
right,
But then you watch the Prius go to the next corner and absolutely go into the wrong lane, and it's like maybe it was a good thing I got over for that Prius.
yeah, cars are just. That's the thing. Like I've done so many roads, done all the dragons at this point. We did the snake. Like I did not feel comfortable on the tail because of the other people. It wasn't the road; it was the other people, the cars, and just the busyness of the road.
100%. Like I'm in some Tail of the Dragon groups just because I wanted to see what it was like before I went down there, And I thought that every post about like a car crossing the yellow line or something was just like oversaturation from how big the groups were, and it was not. It was
No,
just like that when I went down there.
not at all. But yeah, I definitely out of all of them, the snake was fun. I do if you're comparing the back to the tail, I would much prefer the back of the dragon. It's
Okay.
longer. It's longer, more turns, but there's I think better scenery and there's more straightaway kind of rest spots. It's not a constant, you know, turning.
Oh, I know what you mean because like I'd be downshifting, upshifting so damn often to try and like be in the power band, but also not sliding out if I hit it too hard.
Right.
Honestly, I think the biggest point that was kind of off for the Dragon for me was just the like, I want to say the social peer pressure not to do something stupid because
Yeah.
there's so many cameras on that tail of the Dragon where I say, man, if I mess up, it's going to be like immortalized forever.
Right. You'll end up on that tree of shame.
The Tree of Shame and on Tail of the Dragon on Facebook, and it's like, I refuse to be on that damn Facebook page.
But yeah, Rhodey said so. Yeah, the back is much better, and so we did half of the back this year. We didn't do the full back of the dragon. Some guys did. The day that they were going to do that, it was like bad weather. It had just rained and there was fog, and they were going up at like 6 a.m. I'm like, and then that was the day we were going to do the head of the dragon in West Virginia. I'm like, that's going to be a long ass day, and the weather's sketchy. I'm going to sleep in. Like I'm going to
I
get some
feel that,
sleep.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when we got back from the Tail of the Dragon, I was so beat. Mac ended up, he went up to some, I think, Point Bluff or something like that. And it's like, I'm just going to lay here and stare at the ceiling, dude. I am not going back out.
Right. Yeah, we had a day like that too. There was one day where we just started late. We're like, hey, let's all just sleep in. We'll eat breakfast, and then we'll worry about where we ride in the afternoon. So and that's what I liked about the 9 day stint rather than like the 3 or 4 days, because you don't have to cram everything in. You have your time where you can kind of space it up. Like, all right, we're gonna sleep in this day. We're gonna take our time this day and do
It's
that.
kind of what I want to do to Florida. I want to ride down to Florida. I've got some friends down there that want to ride and hang out, but I want to take like a full like Saturday to the following Sunday or Monday kind of thing because I want to hit a lot of stuff, but I don't want to feel like I'm dying the whole time.
Right.
Because like I plan on staying or trying to get us like an Airbnb in like the middle of Florida by Lake Placid or so where my one buddy lives. But I also want to go to Key West at one point. That's still a long ass drive down. I don't want to like do Key
Right.
West and back and then "Oh, we're going to the Everglades the next day," and it's like, I don't want to ride that far today.
Yeah, I did a ton of miles this year. Like I think I beat my mileage for this year, and especially in one stint. I came back from Tazewell, Virginia, up here to Massachusetts in one day. It was like 800 something miles. I left so
Nice.
early, and I got to Pennsylvania, and I'm like, it's only 9:30. I'm like, what am I going to do? Wait for the hotel? I'll be home by the time I wait for the hotel to open.
Right.
So I just rested a little bit, ate. I'm like, all right, finish the next 4.5 hours home.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes it's easier just to get that second win and like trooper through it and just get it done.
Right, and I was and I think that's something that I was missing because I was always like, oh, I can't do 1,000 miles, can't do this. I'm just like, it was more in my head. I'm like, the bike can do it. I got the seat, I got the backrest and everything. It was just me getting past that. I'm like, all right, I can do it. I just actually have to hydrate and eat and prepare for being out on the road for that long.
Right. Yeah. One thing I will say is I went down there with oh my gosh, I just started so bad. I am so sorry. But I had my bagger in a different configuration because it's a Road King. I didn't have a fairing at the time. I just had ape hangers and no windshield, so I just
Oh
ate
man,
wind for like 12 hours straight down the freeway. And it's like, man, this kind of blows.
yeah, that's bad. That's why even like with the Can-Ams, like I'm not. It's fine locally, but that's why I have that little black windshield on the front of it. It moves just enough air like off of you, so you're not like kind of like holding on.
Right.
It's just enough to get the airflow, but then it's off of you, and then with the helmet and the quieter exhaust and all this stuff, like it was so much better. Last in 23, I went down there with the race exhaust on that like totally done up Riker. I didn't realize the
Mm.
headaches. Like you don't realize it until like you start riding and it's quiet. You're like holy shit, like that is loud.
Yeah, I hear you there. I've got the on that Honda I have it. I just ride around town, maybe like into a city an hour away or so. But I've got a GP exhaust on it, like the tip for it. And after like a half hour, I register that drone, and it's like that
Yeah,
tinnitus feeling for the whole ride on the highway. It's like, man, I do not like this anymore. I'm actually kind of contemplating putting the OEM exhaust back on it so I don't have that late migraine afterwards.
yeah. I ended up when I think it was last year when I did the Mount Greylock ride, which was a 12-hour ordeal still in Massachusetts. It's like 4 hours to get to the mountain. You do the mountain, come back down, then I got to get home. My head was just pounding. I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm putting down way too many miles. The speed and sound is fun, but at the same time, it's like I want to kind of expand my riding a little bit. So,
Right.
hey, JT,
See,
I'm in Canada. Thanks for coming by. So, oh, Rody did so you did the opposite way of what we did. You did the Dale's Gap side. So that's what I didn't do. So that's what I'd like to get back to the tail and do both directions.
I did both directions when I was there because we had our hotel in Pigeon Forge, so we went
Oh,
towards there and we had to hit it to go back.
yeah,
Hitting it on the way back was a lot less. I was definitely faster on the way back than on the way to, but I also can probably pin that on knowing how the road's going to be instead of going into it blind like I was.
true. Yeah. But Pigeon Forge was amazing. We rode through that. We stopped at the Harley dealership there.
I
We
think I
went down.
stopped there too. I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
I talked my friend into stopping at all the ones like on every state on the way through so I could grab the challenge coins.
Oh yeah.
He thought it was dumb as shit. And it's like, man, I'm going to remember where I was.
Yeah. I actually bought gloves at that one, and I actually like the Harley gloves. They're so much better than the actual Can-Am gloves I was using.
Nice. I've been running the Icon short gloves with the armor on them, and on the Honda, I run RST gauntlets. Those are nice too.
Yeah, yeah. I have like these Amazon heated gauntlets that I use for colder weather, and they just don't like getting wet because
Mm,
then it becomes slippery. And I was like, "What's going on?" I'm like, I realized my glove was slipping on the throttle because of the material and everything. Like, well, I can't have this. This sucks.
right, yeah.
But they're my only heated gloves right now. But I should probably. They were like I said, they were like an Amazon special, so that's probably why I should probably spend money on better.
I mean, if they work though.
Yeah, it works. Like the heat and everything else works fine. But if I get caught in the rain with them, they suck.
That's fair. The
Yeah.
gauntlets
So
I have, they're not heated, but they're the racing ones, so I probably won't wear them in the winter if I ride that bike at all between now and spring. That's way too much cold air pushing through my hands.
yeah, yeah, and I got the what do you call it? Kind of like the dirt bike hand grips, where they have like the little plate in front of the handlebars. I thought that would block more stuff. No, my hands are still getting hit.
I feel that. I thought about doing that too, but I've also seen like I'm in some stunt riding groups and the guys have those hand guards or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, if you don't get the good ones or put them on right, you might lose a finger if you drop the bike and you fall down with your handlebars. And it's like I don't really feel like losing a finger. Worst case scenario, you know.
Yeah, because like the rally version of the Can-Am I got, I'm like, yeah, you already came with all that stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. And then like literally on the way back, I get pegged off the knuckle. I'm like, this is not cool. Like this was the whole point of me having this.
Right.
But okay, that Harley dealership wanted to talk to Randy. Well, to be fair, Randy, you wouldn't be quiet, but but really, he would make a crap load of money being a salesman for anything. Doesn't have to be Harley. Any sort of motorcycle dealership, you just sell everything.
It's the way to do it. Maybe they'll give you a commission for it, like a
Yeah.
little finder's fee, you know.
JT on 3 riding season up in where you guys April to September. For here in Massachusetts, the fair weather riders, that's their season up here. For someone like me, I'll probably start end of February or March and go to November. But especially the sports bike groups that I'm part of, like they won't go under 60. Like under 60 degrees, they won't ride. So
Damn, really?
yeah,
See, I've had that
they'll
hot.
they'll blame everything else other than the fact that they're wet. So.
I was gonna say I've had that CBR out when it was like 32 degrees, and it was like just a quick whip in the town, but it's like man, it was so worth it.
Right.
Riding season here in Michigan honestly just depends on when the snow flies. Like I'm gonna try and go as far into November as I can, but I'm not gonna risk it past that. And then it's typically March, April when it starts clearing up enough, and the rain will start kind of washing the road salt away, so I don't rot my frames out.
Right. Yeah, I
So
mean for
unfortunately, Michigan's very good about salt. I cut you off. I am so sorry.
no, I think you guys we're both north enough where I think we get similar weather patterns, but I feel like you guys probably get a little bit more snow than we do.
It's possible we are surrounded by a lot of lake effect,
Yeah.
which sucks, but at least during the summer it's a little colder when you go that way.
Yeah, that's Corey's and pussies. Yeah. Yeah, I think Corey's roadie riders. Corey, I think they're all year round riders up here. So ride till the
Hey,
salt.
in my defense, I'll take that pit bike out and ride it in the snow one of these months. I want to do that. It's a goal of mine.
But yeah, we do have some crazy people up here. They'll just ride all year round. The whole heated suits, everything. They plug right into the bikes, charge them up, all of that. So
Nice.
now that I have the rally, if I had a place to keep it in the winter that I could get to it all, like during whenever, I would do that. But for the most part, I got to keep it in the storage unit, storage container. So it's just a pain in the ass to get it.
Right. Shit, when I met Mackinac Ryder all them years ago, all he had for transportation was a older ZX6R. There's pictures of him with like snow up past the axle nuts, and he's riding through it to go to work. And I say, dude, you're nuts. Just call in.
Right. That's crazy. But yeah, just one time I like to get, and of course for the content, get like a snow video. That would be good.
Oh, 100%. That's exactly why I'm breaking that little dirt bike out at some point and just ripping up my yard with the first snow on the ground.
Yeah. 2019 900 Ace Can-Am. Yeah. So the 2019s were the year to get for the Rikers because they were actually faster. I don't know what Can-Am did after 2020, but they detuned them a little bit, and I think they changed the rear gear. But from all the research and the people I've talked to, the 2019, if you want something faster, you get one of those than 2019 rallies.
Nice.
But typical Can-Am. Oh, can't have too much power. Can't make them go too fast. Can't have them have too much fun.
They still rip though.
Oh, they go so fast. Randy knows how fast my Riker was. It was ridiculous with that clutch kit that I put in it, and I was passing 650 sports bikes on back roads. I'm like, you guys got to get out of the way.
Yeah, I believe that. One of my friends, when she still rode with us, she had a Riker, and up until about 120, she was holding pretty good with me on my 600.
Yeah, and a lot of it is the CVT. There's no shifting. There's zero time lost with any sort of power band or shifting or anything.
Oh, 100%, because I'd be like out there trying to grab gears like crazy, and she's just gone.
Yeah, and then with the clutch kit, so with that, similar to all the off-road and snowmobiles, it bumps the RPMs higher with the weights and the magnets and everything. So I would pin it, and it would already be at like 6,000 RPMs roasting tire. And I look down, I'm going 70. I'm like, that's ridiculous.
Nice.
But it makes sense as to why they wore the belt out so much. But I have a whole video series on that. Like, yeah, Kevlar belt, my ass. Yeah, it didn't even last 1,000 miles. Put knobbies. It does come with knobbies. The rallies have the knobby tires on it. So the rear tire is getting a little meh. I've definitely seen some lost of traction there. But
yeah, I'm hell on rear tires myself.
Yeah. So JT Hunter, what clutch kit did you go with? Because I did the stage 2 for that, and it was just ridiculous. So, and then they tried to offer me the full drag kit, obviously, because I was going to do videos and all this other stuff on it, and I'm just like, I ride it on the street. I ride everywhere. I can't have a drag kit on this thing.
This sounds like the dealership I go to have some of my stuff done on the Harley, because one of the mechanics used to drag racing. He's like, "Oh, we can put a quick shifter and all this on it," and it's like, "No, I don't need that. This is a touring bike. I don't need all that shit."
Right.
It's like, it sounds cool, but
yeah,
I'm hitting canyons and I'm going across the country. I don't need all the fancy stuff. Just leave it as it is. It's fine.
Yeah, even now, the sponsor was just like trying to tell me like, hey, we can put a 2-step, we can do this, we can do that. I'm like, dude, I want like where I'm at now, I want the thing to last. Like I put 9,000 miles on it since I bought it in May. Like that's crazy. I'm going to be over 10 this year. Like I'm doing a lot of riding this weekend and everything. So
I'm not sure how many miles I got this year. I know I got at least 3,500 on the bagger, but I'd probably have more if it didn't constantly break on me after I had the motor rebuilt. With parts they said they could handle the power, and it's like, yeah, I already blew up the clutch. What are you talking about?
Oh, so you went with the stage 1 clutch with 3 weights. Yeah, the kit that they sent me was like all the arms. There was like, I think there was 8 weights with it. And like they had to replace. I brought it to a shop and they replaced everything for $50. I'm like, I wasn't going to break that thing open myself. So I did everything to that except break open the actual clutch and change the weights. So, and I did most of it in Randy's driveway when it blew up. Yeah, that was not fun. I was beating a Porsche when that thing blew up. That's a fun story.
Hell yeah. That's the way to do it.
Coming back from Laconia, look down, going 110, and pulling on his Porsche, and boom. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
I wish I had a cool story like that from my clutch went out on that bagger. I was slowing down for a stoplight with my friends, and I pulled the clutch in, and the lever just never went back out. It's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, it's a story, but not a fun story.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where you're like saying sorry to the bike, and you're kicking down the gears trying to find neutral so you can coast into a parking lot or something.
Right. It sucks. Yeah. All right. So far, so good. Keeping this one stock has been very reliable. Just already done a couple of oil changes. I've already got a belt ready to go for next year. So
nice.
Then plan out the trips and then see what Can-Am comes up with. Seemed like it was a very disappointing year in general for motorcycle announcements. I didn't really feel like anything crazy happened or anything. No one took any chances, really.
Yeah, no one jumped the shark this year. It's pretty much just the same thing with same things with like a slightly little bit more horsepower and a little touch of more rider comforts, but it seems like just new paint schemes.
Yeah, just way Too many companies playing it safe, and
I,
you're not gonna get any new riders that way because then you
yeah. Honestly, the only company I did see that's looking like it's making waves is Buell, but they want a shit ton of money for those bikes.
that and how they have their dealer network set up is not going to work for most people.
Yeah, true. I'm pretty lucky myself because they're based out of Grand Rapids, and that's only a 40-minute ride for me. But I don't want to drop like $25,000 on a new cruiser.
Right. No,
That Super Cruiser is pretty killer, but I think they want like north of $20,000 MSRP for it. It's like I cannot swing that as cool as that bike is.
yeah, that's the thing. Like you, as a whole concept, and the bikes they put out is great. They got to fix the rest of it. They got to have a better dealer network to justify the cost.
Hmm. Honestly, if they could somehow piggyback onto like the Harley dealerships like they used to do, or I believe they used to do. Buell, but original Buell is before my time of being into motorcycles, so I can't speak on it. But like, if they could like partner up or something like that,
Yeah, that's what they would have to do. They would have to double on somebody else.
I only say Harleys. I think the original Buells were based off of the V twin concept like that. I don't 100% know. I could just be talking out my ass and not realizing it.
Yeah, I'm
But
not 100% sure on that, but there's a I think there's a guy locally in my city that still has one. He pulls up every now
nice,
and then to the meets. It's like seeing a unicorn sometimes.
right?
But yeah, I mean that's a good topic though. There's like the bike prices in general have just skyrocketed.
Oh, I know it.
That's another reason why people aren't getting into it. It's like it used to be a somewhat affordable hobby, and now you're like when you're asking 15 to 20K for a base model just to get someone riding, it's like no one's going to do that.
Right, exactly. Like Harley talking about making their $5,000 bikes should not have been like a headline breaker. That should have just been like a standard model that's been
Right.
out this whole time, you know? Hell, even the Sportsters, which I'm not dogging on them, but like you can buy a used Sportster for like 2 grand, but you go to a dealership and they're like 5 or 6 still, and it's like this is way discontinued now.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's I think Can-Am's price creep is just pricing people out at this point. So
Yeah. When I was at the so Fox Power Sports, that's like the big import dealer up here. They have like Aprilia to Indian and all that stuff. They had a Suzuki GSX-R 1000, not the R version, just the 1000, and they wanted like 18.5 for it. And it's like, holy shit, that's like the last of the models for 25 before they put the new ones out. That's a crazy price for that bike. I will say though, I do like the 2026 1000 Rs they're coming out with. I like the kind of retro liveries they're going with.
nice. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what you have to do, though. Like you said, like the retro liveries and stuff. Like people will buy that.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely a selling point for that. But
But
yeah, I
then they
got
have to
lucky.
contend with the $20,000 sport bike
Well,
price.
right. Yeah. Like there are some Repsol Hondas in this area too, which they look beautiful. But and one guy just bought a Fireblade Triple R, I think it is.
Ooh,
Yeah, he had an R1, crashed it, and now he's just switching to a Fireblade Triple R, which I think is a much better bike. I like the looks of that better than the R1s. But
I agree. The R1s are really cool for their cross-plane engine sound, but the Fireblades just have that like look to them. That's a lot
yeah,
better in my opinion as well.
yeah, definitely a better look to it. But yeah, I got lucky with my 24 Riker. Like the dealer was sitting on 6 2024 brand new Riker rallies, still had 25s on the lot, and the Can-Am wanted to buy 26s. So I'm like, if you want to sell one of these, I'll make a deal with you. Just to
Right.
rotate your stock. So that's pretty much the deal behind that. I got a stupid deal on it, but
That's
that's what's happened though. Like dealers can't sell the bikes, and the brand wants to keep pushing in new models. I'm like, well, you got 2 years worth of models sitting here that no one's bought.
right.
Um,
That's kind of how it is at the Harley dealers that I don't go there to like buy bikes necessarily. I'll just kind of go and window shop when I'm waiting for friends to show up. And you'll have like the current model baggers right next to the previous gen, right next to the other previous gen. They all have like super low miles on them.
Right.
And it's like y'all are trying to still charge brand new prices for these models that have a different engine in them than the brand new ones sitting out there for like 30 grand.
Yeah, it's going to be it's already a problem, but it's going to become a bigger problem for every brand at that point.
Oh, 100%.
But oh, Corey's talking about the R7s. Yeah, there are some R7s around here. Someone's got the anniversary edition R7 with that paint job and the carbon fiber on it. Looks nice.
That sounds nice.
And I think one guy in the sports bike group was talking about getting the R9. I don't know if he actually got it or not, but yeah, these guys are crazy around here. Though, just all these leader bikes and just going everywhere on the highway. It's like, yeah, just tell me where you're going and I'll I'll meet you there.
I'm the exact same way. A lot of my so Kawi has a group of his friends. They call themselves Sunset Squids. It's a Facebook thing, but it's pretty much all like 900s and up. And it's like I am not gonna try and keep up with you guys on the freeway. Just give me an address and I'll get there when I get there. Like
Yeah,
even on that 600, it's like I'm not comfortable cutting up like that. I'll just get there.
yeah. What's the thing? If you're just going in a line in a group, it's fine. It's once you start hitting traffic and they start doing leader bike things, it's like, all right, you guys can go do your thing.
hmm Yep, I've definitely been in the position where I'm riding and I'm kind of like waiting for a spot to open up to kind of get over, and I just watch them cut between cars and say, "All right, I will see y'all when I get there."
Yep. But yeah, I'll keep up with them till about 90, 100, and then I'm like, all right, I'll back off. So
Yeah, I don't even try with them. Like if I can get them from a little bit of a start where they're kind of hanging with me, I'll hang with them for a little bit. But once I'm hitting 130, 140, I'm like, all right, this isn't worth it on this 24-year-old bike. I'll let you guys go. Like not only is it a 24-year-old bike, it's a 24-year-old bike that I do the maintenance on. So it's like,
yeah, can't blame somebody else.
Yep.
Let's see what's going on. Corey's still trying to fix his bike.
Me too.
JT on 3. Yeah, that's the funny thing, JT. So Can-Am BRP is a Canadian company. It actually costs more for them in Canada to buy their own stuff than it does for us to buy it in America. I don't know how that turned out or why. Maybe it's a Canadian thing, but
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. They don't have to pay the like import prices for that.
That's what's weird. I'm like, I would think that would be cheaper.
Right.
Or at least BRP would be like, hey, you guys are Canadian. We'll give you a deal because it's a country's bike, but whatever.
Right. Speaking of Can-Am, did you see that they came out with an electric motorcycle?
Yep. That was to meet Canadian regulations for all their motor vehicle political stuff up there. And I didn't even when I was at the dealer, I didn't even see one.
Huh.
It wasn't. They had a Riker in the showroom. They had a RT in the showroom. There was no. They didn't have the Pulse or whatever else the other one's called.
Okay. I haven't seen one in person yet. I just kind of saw like a short little video about it. I was like, oh, that's pretty neat. I don't think I'll ever buy an electric bike, but that's still pretty neat.
Yeah, I think it's still range, really. Like
That's true.
It's a great city bike, but you can't do anything else with it. And then you got to sit there and charge it, and then that takes forever. So
True. I know Suron has. Sorry, go ahead.
I would say it'd probably be easier on bikes to do battery swaps because you could make it that way, but then that's also a hassle too because those things weigh a ton. So
yeah, that's very true. I know that Suron's been having pretty good success with their electric bike lineup, but I also think they market it more towards like you said, city stuff, but also the like short track guys that do the single track and all that. I think a lot of them will run it too.
there you go. Yes, that's the thing. Yeah, and just marketing in general. It's like, all right, Can-Am, it's cool they did it, but like, who are they for? Who's gonna buy them?
Right. Just like the Harley Livewire. It's like it's cool they did it, but I don't really think they saw sales like they expected to because nobody really wanted it.
No, not that old school crew. They're not. That was not the.
Yeah, that exactly. The one place you probably should not have put out an electric bike is the guys that still want to run shovel heads. Which, don't get me wrong, I like shovel heads, but at the same point, give me a liquid cooled V twin that's not gonna like shit the bed in 20,000 miles, please.
Right. Yeah, like Rody said, like at this point with technology, like electric bikes are useless. It's like, what's 90% of people going to do with them?
The ones up here, they do wheelies in traffic.
Oh, hold on, live chat. I wasn't seeing all the chats. So, but yeah, we don't have any electric stuff around here in the city. So, get a lot of slingshots and T-Rexes though. A lot of those.
I haven't seen a TRX in a long time. I've seen a lot of slingshots though.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys in the group that have them, and he wanted to sell them. And he's just like, oh yeah, anyone who wants to give me 75 grand can have it. I'm like, yeah, because everyone just has fucking 75 grand. Just
damn. That 75 grand is like a brand new Corvette or a nice truck.
Then you buying something with a motorcycle engine, and you have to register as a motorcycle but drive like a car. It's so weird to me how that whole thing.
Right, and then you get that weird like in between flack where some people think it's cool and some people are gonna like call you out for it and say, it's just not even worth it for the social aspect sometimes.
Right.
At least on something like that. Anyway.
Yeah, those are at least I know Laconia started just kicking them out. Like slings, like anything, like they'll like Can-Ams and stuff, but anything like car that has a steering wheel and a seat, they're like, nope, go. Like we don't have the room.
I think they tried doing that at Rebel Road up here too, but someone moved the signs out of the way and they started kind of sneaking through. And it's like, y'all are barely making it past these rows of bikes because they're parked so damn tight through here.
Right. Yeah, and the slingshots are just huge machines. Like people don't realize when you see them in person, they're wide as hell.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they're fun as hell to drive, though.
Oh yeah, like they're just if you sit it's a 3-wheel car. Yeah, side by side. Yeah, so, like Corey just said, it's a car that for some reason you have to register as a motorcycle in Massachusetts. You go do a motorcycle inspection and all that stuff.
Same way here in Michigan, they get a little like tiny motorcycle plate on it, but it's a full size car.
It's funny because there's a couple old school motorcycle inspection shops. They physically cannot do it. It's like they got to find a place that has a full garage they can fit these things in there to actually do the inspections.
I can't imagine it's easy to do that either because you have to like, unless they get like one of those actual automotive lifts, it's probably a pain because of that rear tire being placed directly in the middle of it compared to the front two being offset like that.
Right. Yeah, it screws everything up.
Like with the Can-Am, like what we have, like oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I'm stuttering so bad right now. Like what you have, you can still get it up on a lift and put it up. You just have to have a little bit wider lift, but
yeah, places are starting to have 3-wheel lifts too. It just goes right under. It lifts the whole thing up that way. But yeah, Can-Am's got the bars and the seating arrangements and all that. So it's just a 3-wheel bike. That's really what it is. So.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't know. I've picked up so many bad habits on that thing. Like people tell me, "Hey, do you want to go back to 2 wheels?" I'm like, I would literally, honestly, have to retake the whole class because I have so many bad habits from just being on 3 wheels that I wouldn't trust myself to just hop on one and just be like, "Oh yeah, I can do this."
Right.
Because that's the worst mindset. You know, just thinking like, "Oh yeah, I'll just pick it right back up and just go on the street or something." But,
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's kind of like me wanting to get a dirt bike where it's like, yeah, I could get a dirt bike, but I'm gonna eat it probably every other turn on a full size one. Like the little one is manageable as hell, but if I get a 250 or something, I'm gonna bite
Right.
it a lot.
Yeah. Like it was funny. I was looking at those stupid little Honda Navis because brand new
Mhm.
they're like what $1,800 maybe.
Right, yeah, and then you get dealer markup to like two.
Right. Like I could do that. That would be fun, but I'd be a little silly. Like I would just be like a fun, stupid little thing to just stay in the city. I'll ride it to work or something.
Right, yeah. That's kind of what that dirt bike was. Like I didn't take it seriously, but I was like, oh, this is a really cool little impulse buy that I just did.
Yeah, I thought about it. Like I actually went to a jailer and looked at one. I was like, I could just do this right now. It's only 1,800. It's so stupid. Like
Yeah,
that's
that's exactly what I did.
yeah.
I
But
had my bad influence with me. I had Mac with me, and he's like, if you get one, I'll get one. And I say, well, I'll get your truck here because we're both getting one then.
okay, nice. Yeah. But, let's see. Three wheels is fun. Yeah, see the drifting I love. Like that's especially with the rally mode and getting on a little bit of dirt. Like that's just fun stuff and making some noise.
Amen.
But Amazon has Grom clones. Oh, the Grom clones and like there's so many of those random little things. Like they're kind of like scooters, but they're not, or they're electric, or like they're just straight out like fake rebadged Grom clones. So, but,
Honestly, at one point, I kind of considered getting a Grom itself, but like, there are so many people that have told me to try and get one of those that I'm just kind of grommed out from it.
yeah, I feel like they got popular for a while and then they just kind of ran their course.
Yeah. Well, like in the stunt stuff, because I want to learn how to do wheelies and stuff like that. That's like a dream that's going to happen eventually, probably not anytime soon, but everyone's like, oh, just get a Grom. And I hear get a Grom like 20 times per me mentioning it. And it's like, I am never getting a Grom in my life now. You guys have burnt me out on them.
Yeah, yeah, there's quite a few of those around here. A lot of scooters and stuff like that. So the scooters are like those can be sleepers. Like they make like
Mhm.
300cc scooters now.
Oh, I know it. I've seen some of those on the highway, and it's like, how the heck did you get on the highway with that? And then they like pass me, and it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, they're definitely. But, oh, hey, Done Life. Thanks for just swinging by a little bit. But yeah, I got to do a. We're just doing a random chat, which is probably more bike related. But yeah, definitely plan one more longer in advance and maybe do something about wrestling or other stuff. So that would be fun. Sport mode. As soon as I turn it on, oh, I always when I'm on the Riker, it's always rally mode for the most part, unless I start like whether it's a big group ride or we start hitting weather, it's always rally mode. So I've actually had people complain. They're like, "Oh, you kick up rocks." I'm like, "How close are you to me?" Like you shouldn't be hit with anything if I'm drifting around. Like I'm usually make sure that I'm not around people, but
Yeah, I've been
apparently,
on rides before where they're like, yeah, I almost ran you over, and it's like, why were you so close to me that you could have ran me over when I hit the brakes? You know?
yeah, I try to stick around people that I've ridden with before, and I know their riding style, and they know mine, so it makes things so much easier.
Exactly. I like riding with friends. I don't like riding with strangers too much unless it's like very small group, like three at best.
Right, and it's funny because I can tell the people who haven't ridden with three wheelers before because then they'll be right up on you in turns. I'm like, I need that space.
Right.
Like I get polite about it, and then one time I literally just had to force a guy. I'm like, I need this. Like there's no way we're both fitting here.
Right.
So
One of the guys in the club, he has I want to say the newer sport breaker. I'm not familiar with what it is, but it's all blacked out. And he has it because he has a leg amputation and he can't hold up a motorcycle anymore, and he rips the hell out of that thing. But I love riding with him so much because I know when we're in our little group rides, I can stay in the back and just take the entire lane because he's not gonna like force himself around me to go faster.
right, yeah, I've been doing that. More recently, the rides kind of taking up the back and blocking some lanes and stuff like that, just so the bikes can do their thing, and I'm there in the back.
Nice.
But sometimes, yeah, the bigger group rides, I just get stuck. I'm like, all right, I'm in the middle. You guys are gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah. they kind of form themselves around you, and it's like, yes, your guys' fault. Definitely been there.
Yeah, done like to see me ride. So yeah, it's very very spirited for what I do. Yeah, this is good. A lot of people joining in the chat. People been in and out, so it's good for impromptu live. I haven't done one of these in a while, so it's good having you on, Jake. So just get this crew, get to know you. So you guys go. That's his channel name. You guys can go check him out. He does some cool stuff, multiple different bikes. So
I appreciate you having me on here so far too. I'm having fun. Never been on a live before. This is all new. Hopefully my quality is good.
Yeah, no audio quality. Everything's good. So
sweet.
JT's got to take off. Thanks for stopping by, JT, for a little bit. Appreciate that. Yeah, this is good. And I know it's tough during a weekday because everyone's got to work in the morning. So let's stick around. As long as people stick around, I'll stick around. But maybe get another hour out of this at the very least.
I'll definitely be here for that hour if you're cool to have me still.
Yeah, I've been throwing the invite in. No one's bitten yet. Do it again. See Sam's Garage stop by. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope things are going good. I've been bad with keeping up with people's videos, so life has been a little busy and work has been different. So it's tough for me to. That's usually what I was doing. I'm like, oh, I got my because I work in IT, so I got my work stuff here. I got my other stuff here, and I was watching videos, and then I've still been trying to do that, but I definitely can't do it all day. So
I feel that I got really good about getting back with people's uploads and stuff like that, and then I'm kind of falling back off here again. Like I'll get the notification at like 9 a.m. and I'll swipe it, and then I'll completely forget about it. By the time I get home, it's like, oh no, I was like 5 videos to watch. Shit.
Yeah, it's tough too. It's just like there's so much content out there. Like I have some people I subscribe to just to kind of check in on. It's like, oh, okay, they did that, or whatever. Like some of the bigger channels, but
right.
But yeah, Sam, I got another Riker. I got a 24 Rally now. So I had a 22 Sport, and I upgraded to the upgraded to the 24 Rally. But
so there's a couple of people I subscribe to that are bigger just because I find entertainment out of it, but I enjoy watching the people that have like, I don't want to say smaller, but that are a bit smaller, I guess, air quotes, because then it's actually more personable, I guess.
And that's what I was going to say. It's more grassroots, homegrown type of stuff. And then once you reach a certain level, which I've had some friends reach that level, and they're just like, it sucked. Because now you have to do what the sponsor wants to do. Now you're making money on it, and it adds to this whole stress thing. And like one guy just bowed out. He's like, "I'm done." Like he didn't realize how tough it was.
Oh, I believe it.
I'm like, dude, like you quit your job. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Like this is always just going to be a hobby. Just make it a side gig. If you make money, great. If you don't, it's still fun. So
exactly, like I'm currently making a lot of videos to try and get through the winter time. I don't think they're gonna get views like I would hope they would, but this is all just a hobby. Like I do it for the love of the game, but there's still that little bitty part of me that's like, please, someone see these and like share it everywhere.
right. But like it's totally fun, and I like actually making the longer road trip videos more than just the regular vlog videos. I feel like I have more creative freedom with that because there's more stuff going on, and people seem to like the movie format that I do. So I kind of I like doing that and stuff. But
I totally agree, though. I mean, like I try to keep mine shorter, but like you said, the movie format where it's like, I mean, look at like an animation, for example. Like you have like your normal seasons of an animation, and it's like all right, and then they have a movie that takes a year to come out, and it's like top tier everything.
Yeah, so that's, and then like I always have all these ideas and all this other stuff, and it seems to only work with the longer type videos. So like I think the last adventure video I just edited that's not out, it's going to be out in a while, but like I think it's like 25 minutes. I'm like, I can do some cool stuff with this now.
Nice. Yeah, my friends and I just rode Michigan 22 up here, which is like a 2 hour long highway, and my battery lasted for about an hour of it, and I'm kind of like I'm dreading editing it a little bit because I'm gonna be cutting out a lot of stuff, but I don't want to cut out, but I also don't want to like upload an hour and a half of just scenery, you know?
Right. Yeah, I've learned that in time of what adds to the video, what will draw people in, what will keep people, and then it's like, all right, that's cool to me, but it's not going to add to the video. So
Right. Like there's a lot of cool stuff on this on M22, but then there's a lot of it where it's like this is just green trees for the next 20 minutes.
yeah,
Could probably cut that out.
yeah, it's tough. I've got the motivation, but now it's just like it's the end of the season, so I'll do some filming Saturday when we go out, and then other random days. If Randy ever texts me back, we can do a ride.
Yeah, I'm kind of scrambling too. I still have to like I've got January and February like fully scheduled out for a video a week, and then I have like videos kind of pin dropped here and there in the other months, and I want to fill those out before the season stops. And I got a little bit lazy.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
started playing video games, and I'm like, man, I don't want to edit no more. I want to play video games, but I gotta like get back on the grind of editing shit, so I'm good.
yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, I'm just doing it once a week. If I can get myself to February, I'm fine, and then I can figure out stuff after that because I might already be riding at that point. So.
Right.
And meanwhile, Road Reality John has like 3 years of videos ready to go. So,
Nice. See, my biggest thing is like I don't know. I ride and record in my area so much that I feel like it's all stale. But then I try to like tell myself that other people don't know the city I live in, so like they're not gonna know I've been down the street for the last 7 videos. But I will. They won't, but I will.
right. Yeah. No, when I was commuting, that was the problem that I had. Like, I was like, all right, now I got to find different roads to commute on and do all that. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of them where it's like me leaving the grocery store after work, and it's like, yeah, I should probably change it up a little bit.
1000cc. Yeah, it's Sam. I said you got a new bike. What was the old one? Like, what did you go to upgrade to 1000? I mean, 1000 over anything is going to be faster, but it just depends on how much faster.
Were you asking me or him? I'm sorry.
Sam, yeah. He just posted in
For,
the chat that he got a new 1000cc bike.
I was kind of following that, but I wanted to make sure before I like answered a question that wasn't for me.
Yeah, time to respond. But yeah, the 900 Rikers are the way to go. I would not suggest a 600 Riker. They're just power to weight is just not there. But what sucks is the 600 sound is so much better. It's got like the best exhaust note, but it's slow as fuck. And like that's such a like terrible thing. It's like I would get it just for the noise.
That's how I feel about MTO7s.
Right.
It's like the horsepower isn't quite the same as like an R1 or a leader bike, but my goodness, does that little 700 sport bike sound so damn good with the right exhaust on it.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. All right, so it went from a 600 to 1000. Yeah, that's a pretty big jump. So
I said little 700. 700 are still pretty damn big bikes, depending on where you're coming from.
that's true. That's why I say, yeah, the relevance of like, all right, do you went from a 900 to 1000, and you do a 600 to 1000. It just makes a big difference.
Right, and even then, is it like a cruiser to a leader bike, sport bike, or is it like sport to sport?
Yeah.
Because I've had some people I know, they're like, yeah, I rode this like Virago 650. I'm gonna get a leader bike. It's like, don't get a leader bike yet. Don't do that. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah. They're stupid fast.
Oh yeah, I'm not even ready for a leader bike truly yet, and I've had a 600 for like 3 years.
It's almost like it is realistically too much for the street road. Like, what are you going to do with it?
100%, I agree.
It's way too fast. But I mean, I know a guy with an R1M that doesn't even track it. I'm like, what's the point? Like I get the like it's a cool bike and it's fast, but like if you're not, you literally bought the M for the suspension
Right.
because that's the only difference really from what I've read. Like there's no, I mean besides the carbon and the airlets and stuff like that, but like mainly it's you're getting that racing adjustable suspension.
Right. It's kind of like the MT-09 versus the MT-09 SP, where to like upgrade it to Öhlins or something like that, versus like just the standard Yamaha shocks.
Right. But,
I only know that one because my buddy has an SP and he's like hammered it into my head 20 times.
yeah, it's where I learn all my stuff is from bike meets. Just walking around like, what's that? What's that?
Yep, me too. A lot. Mine is bike meets, friends, breaking my own stuff, and asking a lot of questions in a lot of Facebook groups when I'm interested in a bike, and then never following through and purchasing it.
Right. Yeah, and I've been the go-to Can-Am guy for so many years. I'm like, well, now I know just about everything there is to know because one, they haven't changed anything, so I'm like, there's nothing new for me to learn. And
Right.
over the years. So even like the new Canyon they came out with, it's an F3 with an off-road kit on it. It's the same thing. So like people ask about it, I'm like, just go buy an F3. Like go save your money. It does the
Yeah,
same.
I get every once in a while I get a person that wants to get into Harleys and they're like, should I get this like new one off the showroom floor? And it's like, no, you just go get a Dyna or like a Sportster or something and get into it. Make sure you want to get into it before you like go down this route, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause Harleys can get really expensive really damn fast.
Yep. Yeah, get a used one that's been taken care of, and you'll be good to go.
Exactly. Or then they turn their nose up at a Sportster, and it's like, dude, I'd ride a Sportster. I'm 6'3", 230. I'm gonna buy a Sportster at some point. I'm gonna look like a fucking bear humping a football, but I'm gonna have fun on that damn bike.
Right. No, I like the look of the new Sportsters. Like I like the look, and I've sat on one, but whatever. It
So
really depends on what
that's
you're going to use it for.
right. That's the S series you're talking about, right?
Yes, yeah, the S is what I would. If I were to get one, that would be what I would get.
Those are very fast. Those are very nice bikes. I don't know anyone that has one, but I've talked to people that have them, and they sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I think that's the direction they need to go with it.
100%.
But Scott's, how hard would it be to upgrade a regular Spider to a Canyon? It's really just jack up the suspension, raise it up to have a 10-inch clearance, and that's it. Because nothing else is different. And if you do it to a regular Spider, you don't lose the trunk because you lose the trunk if you buy a Canyon because they've redid all the body work to lose space, which makes no sense to me. So, but yeah, engine's the same, transmission's the same, all the same power. If you want to throw knobby tires on it, you can, but really depends on what you're doing with it. And the Can-Am guys get so mad when I say that, but I'm like, literally, it's the same thing, same frame. You didn't change anything. You just threw some body panels on this thing and jacked it up 10 inches.
Right. You should hear some of the. So I ride with a motorcycle club, and some of the guys have like bufu money to spend on things, and a couple of them are talking about buying that. What is it? Not the new CVOST, but the one that they made in inspiration of King of the Baggers, the like $100,000 one.
That one, yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I kind of want to get that one. You think I could get like a low number? And it's like, dude, I could probably build a better bike for a lot less than that with more horsepower. And they get so defensive about it, and it's like, all right, go spend your money on some bike that's gonna just depreciate fast as shit. Then I guess whatever.
Well, that's another one. It's just going to be a garage queen. It's like you're not actually going to ride it.
Exactly.
So.
It's like I could go on any Facebook page and be like, hey, who makes these controls for this kind of bike, and then just fab some stuff, and then pay a shop to build the best motor they can with what I got, and I'll probably have the same thing for probably $60,000 less at least.
Right. Yeah, it's all about you sort of slap the King of the Baggers name on it. That's all they really did.
Pretty much.
And I don't even. Well, they probably can't because it's a street bike, but yeah, I don't think it's a 1-for-1 from track to street. I think they had to change stuff.
I think so too. I think it's kind of like their what is it? I think it's just like a race replica, more or less, where it's
Yeah, right.
similar, but it's not the exact same.
Yeah.
Like I think one of their huge selling points was like Olin's out the gate and like mid controls, and it's like yeah, you could probably get mid controls and Olin's for a lot less than that bike's worth.
Yeah, man. Harley prices are just out of control.
Oh yes, they are. You're telling me. I ride twin cams. It's like yesteryear's bike, but I still like them so damn much because they are so affordable compared to those new Milwaukee 8s.
Right. CVORR. Yeah, I mean, the CVOs are nice bikes. They're just money.
Hmm. More money than I'm willing to spend on a motorcycle.
Well, that too. It's like, all right, justify the cost versus what you're getting. And
Exactly.
that's why I went with another Riker. Like, I knew I was going to put miles on it, and I was like, I'll get a couple years out of this one. I'll see where I'm at, and maybe I'll upgrade back up to a Spider at some point. But, or I might not. I don't know. It really just depends. Like, if the Riker's just going to keep being reliable on me, then I'll just hold on to that.
Yeah, that's
I
kind
mean,
of what I've been doing. I've
it
just
is
been holding on to bikes.
Yeah, it is nice with the cruise control and no shifting. Like there's some perks to it to not for the longer trips. So and they're so easy to work on. Like that like I keep weighing the options. If I go to a Spider, I'm like there's shit I won't be able to do just because of what it is.
Yeah,
Then you end up sitting in a dealer for 2 or 3 weeks and losing all that time. It's like that sucks.
that's kind of where I was with the bagger. Like I said, when I blew that clutch up, I couldn't get to it myself, so I had to like have a dealer do it. And it was probably close to a month before I got it back.
Yeah, that sucks. I almost feel like there's not enough shops for motorcycles. Like the
I
like
agree.
dealers fine, but like regular garages that you can just go to, like at least around here there isn't.
I think around here there's like one, maybe two, but it's those shops where it's like my friend named Paul has a guy named Greg that he goes to.
Right.
And it's like, is Greg trustworthy or is he going to have my bike longer than a dealership would?
Right. Yeah, it's a problem too. $54,000 for a 25 CVO. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yes, it is. And I know
So
some people that just go into like a dealership and buy one and walk out. It's like, how the hell did you do that?
I don't know. I'm getting in trouble all night with $54,000.
Yeah, me too. And it wouldn't be on a motorcycle either.
I know exactly. Randy would probably be with me causing trouble with $54,000. So then John would be in the background telling us it was a bad idea.
Say $54,000. Was it 54,000, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, $54,000. That's like a C5 Corvette with a lot of motor work and a supercharger.
Yeah. That's a fun car. Yes.
I wish.
54,000 is a lot of hot goth girls. So
Yeah, you're right. And they'll tell you that they love you the whole night too.
yeah. Are you telling me they lied to me?
They were only in it for the $54,000 they had.
Oh, that's just there are some stories for offline chats. So I think I made a TikTok or something. I'm like, people got to go to these meetups because this is where these stories get told. Like they don't get told on lives or videos or anything else. I'm like the real fun stuff that you guys want to hear about is at like VAM. It's at GAM. It's at some of these really big meetups we do from time to time during the year. So
100%. There's a lot of stories that I hear like in person that are very cancelable over.
right.
Cancelable and not monetization friendly if anybody has that.
Oh, yeah, I stopped fighting that battle with YouTube. I'm like, I don't. That's why I can do the music I can do and the videos I can do. I don't care. Like I've been blacklisted for some reason, and they won't tell me. So
I've never even been close to like making money off of this. So I just kind of do what I want. I still try to avoid copyright stuff just in case something happens down the road, and I don't want to like dig
Yeah,
through 5 years of stuff. But
yeah, that makes sense.
I'd hate to like one day, like maybe a year or so, or whenever it happens, like, whoa, I got a million views and now I'm big. But that one video from 3 years ago has 2 seconds of a song in it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if it happens, it happens. I'm channel blows up, but
I feel that. I've actually got a little bit of a running joke with my friends whenever we are out like recording our rides and stuff. Whenever someone pulls up blasting music, I'll just be like, "Well, there goes monetization," even though I don't get it.
yeah, yeah. Then it's funny because there's stuff that I know will get views, but it's my friends doing it and it's sketchy stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna put anybody in that position just for stupid views. It makes no sense. So,
Right.
I
Well,
mean,
shit, I watched.
if they say, hey, use it, then fine. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to do something like that.
Right.
You know, like that whole. I have a whole video of me with a Latina chick running from state police. I'm like, no, it's not. That's all I'm gonna mention out of it. But that's it.
Right.
It's not. Videos in a vault somewhere.
Yeah, I've got a couple of videos where like nothing bad really happened, but it's like, yeah, that probably shouldn't see the light of day, but I'll keep it for me.
But that's why I don't get like some of these guys post like max wrist, like some of these really like guys like posting all these accidents and other stuff. I'm like, dude, there's no way that like you're not getting some sort of blast back from this.
Right. Did you see that Jixer bro actually got into an accident like a month ago?
Yeah, I saw he was.
And it was the one time he was riding slow in a video too.
Yeah,
Like I watched him a lot. I guess from what I heard, he was on his supermoto and he hit a truck going like 30.
that's how it happens. Well, that was my first accident. I was just going 30, making a U-turn in the parking lot, and there was sand. It's like this is the stupidest thing in the world.
Yeah, I feel that. I went down to my driveway and it's like, really, I just slipped out. My foot slipped out in my driveway of all places.
But, yeah. Then the second time was my buddy's like it was. I think it was a Rebel through. No, it was a Rebel 500, not the 250. He's like, oh, take it for a little ride. I'm like, all right, whatever. Didn't tell me there was something up with the front forks and that they were leaking.
Ooh,
So I go to turn. I'm like, why isn't this thing turning? And I started doing a shake, and I'm like, I got it turned. I'm looking in that. I'm like, this thing's got to turn at some point. And I finally got it turned, but I ended up too close to the bushes, and the bushes caught
mm.
me. I'm like, this is dumb. Why didn't you tell? Like, why even? Why invite me to ride this thing?
Yeah, that's why I don't like riding on people's bikes. Like they'll try and talk to me, like, yeah, try it out. And it's like, I don't want to try it out because I
Yeah,
don't know what you did to this bike, and I also wouldn't let you ride my bike. So like, no.
right. Yeah. Now, unless it's someone I absolutely trust in a little friend group, I won't do it. I won't just ride a random bike now.
100%.
But Brody, Brody, yeah, we probably do have some sketchy stuff out there. Oh,
Yeah, there was one time, it's actually an inside joke between him and I now, but I watched Mac loop out in front of me in traffic before, and it's like everyone's like, "Were you recording? That'd be a great video." And it's like, I wasn't thinking about am I recording? It's like, oh my God, is he okay?
right. Dude, it always happens. Like sometimes, like I won't be recording, I will be, and like stuff will happen, and like I missed stuff last weekend. So
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, we're going a mile down the road. I won't record. And that mile, so many things happen. I'm like, this is stupid.
Right. Or my absolute favorite is like something really cool happens and you go back to watch the footage and the camera died like 10 minutes before it happened.
Yep, that's a fun one.
'Cause that was like when he looped out, my camera died like 10 minutes before that. We were like, yeah, we can ride a little bit more and then get some food somewhere. Nope.
Yep.
He looped out and I said, oh, we're going home now. And then like this past Sunday on a ride, camera died. We turned on a road, almost got headed on by a car. And it's like, oh, camera's dead the whole time too. That's fucking great.
Yeah.
The one time the camera would have been great.
Yeah, so I try to. I don't know. It depends on the ride. To pick and choose when I have the camera on and not on. But then it's just like, all right, we're going. like I said, like 23 minutes of woods. It's like, all right, there was nothing going on here. So
Right.
I try to save battery just so I'm not constantly stopping. But
Yeah, whenever we go somewhere and we take a highway up, I kind of cut the highway out. Like I'll just cut the camera off, and if we stop before we get on the freeway, I'll put it in a saddlebag or something, or in my bag somewhere. But
yeah, that's
it's
funny.
not fun trying to. Sorry, go ahead.
I say if I'm with the sports bikes, I keep it on for the highway because they will do dumb shit. So
I would say same, but like whenever I ride my sport bike friends, they just take off on me, and then they'll like come back to me and then
just
take off on me again, and it's like this isn't really fun to record, but it's cool to watch, but it's not fun to record, you know?
right. Hey, Smyrna Cowboys dropping by. Thanks. We gotta get down your way next year. So catch up with you in Tennessee somewhere. We need to record in that supermarket of Blue. Yes, we need to get back to Georgia and we need to get back to Blue Ridge and hang out at this supermarket where all these hot women were at for some reason. Like we literally we stayed there for what, like a half hour? Like then we went out to the parking lot for like another 15 minutes just hanging out, like girl watching. So crazy. But yeah, and they're all nice down there too. That's why I want to move down south somewhere. So all the women up here are like, I don't like Massachusetts. No
It's
offense,
kind
but
of
I
it's kind
think
of how
they're
I feel about Michigan people, like, and just people in general. It's like you get the nice guys and everything, the nice people, you know, and then it's like then you get the inner city guys, and it's like, man, why are y'all dickheads for?
yeah. I think I had to remind myself to get the Massachusetts out of me once I cross like the Mason Dixon line.
Right? Yeah, because like shit. Again, when we were up north, there was a guy just talking to us about things to go see and all that stuff, and the whole time it's like, I'm not in town. They're not gonna just ask me for money after this. I forgot about that. It's kind of nice.
You can actually stop for gas without getting hassled.
Right. The only good thing about how I like, I'm not gonna say dress because I just wear like random whatever clothes I feel like. But my helmet is so decked out and like fuck the world, fuck them, all this other stuff and all that shit. I think I'm pretty unapproachable by normal people, or the ones that would like hassle me, you know. So that's a little bit of a good thing there, being a little edgy. But
Nice. Yeah, that definitely helps because especially after like some trips, you're like you've been on the road for hours, miles, and you're like, I just want to gas and go, and then like some dude starts talking to you, I'm like, dude, why now? like,
right,
I just
and it's
want
always the same conversation too. Like, yeah, my brother's uncle's cousin's lawyer fucking died on a bike, and it's like, oh my gosh, dude, I just want to go home.
to. Then you get people like Randy or John that will become absolutely best friends with them, and you're there for a half hour.
Right? Yeah. Those times are okay though when it's not just one sided.
Yeah, no, and sometimes that the pitch before Charlie deal, so like it ends up being a fun time. But like if it was just me, I'd be like, dude, I would have gotten these gloves and God, talk to nobody, and maybe that's why I have no friends.
I
I
feel
don't like
that.
anybody.
I feel that I have like two people that I actually talk to up here that I consider really good friends, and that's Cowie and Mackinac Ryder. And it's like those are the two people out of like the hundreds that I have met that I actively go out of my way to ride with.
Yeah, no, yeah. These people force me to be social and talk to people, so I can't complain.
Right. Well, I lie. I do have the club I hang out with too. I'm part of it, and they'll like make me socialize and stuff. But it's not the same as like just riding with friends, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, like my buddy Scott sometimes will hit me up, and he literally lives like a mile from me. He'll be like, "Hey, dude, let's go out." I'm like, "All right, that's fine." Not just sitting here doing nothing anyways. Called
Yeah.
networking. Yeah, teach me these networking ways because I'm terrible at it.
I feel that like whenever I don't know how many times I'll go on like YouTube and I'll look up like first moto vlog and it's like, please be nice to me, please be nice to me, talk to me, please. I want to network with someone so damn bad that's on the same level as me. 'Cause, like it's really hard because like either like I'm talking like networking and stuff like that. It's either I feel like I'm punching up or I'm bothering people, you know?
Right. Yeah, I kind of almost had no shame when I first started. I was hitting up like big ass motovloggers, and being like, "Hey, I'm just starting, need some advice and all this stuff." And funny enough, the one that actually got back to me was Doodle. Doodle got back to me and I actually had some conversations with her that actually really helped me. So I can't say anything bad about her. She's actually pretty laid back and a decent person. So
Nice. Is that the?
uh,
That sounds familiar. She rides Janice bikes, right?
yeah, Doodle on a motorcycle. I think it's still her channel name. So,
Okay.
but yeah, she was pretty good. I definitely give her a positive review for her channel and just generally wanting to help people. So
Nice. I think the closest I've come to that is Moto Jack. He's really big on like Instagram and TikTok. And he followed me back, and it's like, you have over 100,000 followers. Why are you looking at me, dude? What the hell? It's
right,
cool finding those like big creators that don't have that big creator ego.
right,
And I
yeah,
want to clarify in case there's big creators. I know not all of them have that, but a lot of them do.
yeah. No, I've been snubbed for stickers by some of them. I'm like, dude, just like this is a standard thing we do. This dummy for.
Right.
Oh, Randy in a restaurant. Yeah, we can't take Randy out anywhere. Always causing the scene. Tech and Moto, nice to see you up and about and doing stuff. So
Man, speaking of stickers, I gotta get a design made or something because I've been telling people I'm gonna send them stickers in their PO boxes, and then I just never get it done. It's not me not wanting to send stickers; it's me not having anything to send.
yeah, I've been kind of slowing down on that and keep forgetting that I even have like magnets and stick like cards to hand out. So it's been one of those years.
I feel that I've been doing a lot of just riding like by myself out random places where that's not like super populated, so I don't really think about it too much. But then I'll be like right now where it's like, man, I don't really have access to just design and cut something. Where I'm like, man, I should do that.
Yeah, I got lucky. I had a couple artists help me out with some of the designs I have. So and the
I,
original art just appeared on me, but I'm like, you know what? I already have the design in the files, so that's fine.
right. So I did pay an artist to do some stuff for me, but then I changed my username and what I do, like randomly. So it was fun. It's like, oh, this is all useless now.
Yeah.
Still paid for it though, but it's like, man, I can't do this now. Fuck.
Right. Yeah. Gotta pay to hang out with Road Reality in Maryland. We should go to Maryland. We had talked about going to Maryland for some reason. I think it was to see John. Could make it there in a day. Hang out for a long weekend. That wouldn't be too bad. I think
Yeah,
that's
that'd be a fun
about.
trip for you guys.
Hmm?
So that'd be a fun trip for you guys.
Yeah, and it's close enough. Like anything, New York, Jersey, Maryland, like that. Anything within like 5-6 hours is pretty decent. It's tough as far east as we are. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
5 hours to get to Pennsylvania, like just to get out of New England, and then the rest of the U.S. So it's almost like a day, depending on where you want to go.
Right.
But then we can spend a whole day in New England. So we could spend a whole weekend in New England if we wanted to. So
That's kind of the struggle with Michigan is like we're surrounded by water everywhere. So you have to like go the 3 hours out of Michigan to even start your journey anywhere.
right. Yeah, you got to go south, and then you got to pick a direction from there. So.
Exactly. Which usually ends up going through long ass Indiana or long ass Ohio.
Yeah, I got to get to Ohio at some point too. I know there was a couple meetups out there that I missed. There's some decent roads out that way.
I've been trying to talk my friends into going there for the triple nickel, but they haven't really seemed too keen on it because it's in Ohio, and it's like it's just a meme. We can go to Ohio and not like be bullied about it.
Yeah, you got to get feel like it's already that time of the year. We got to make plans for next year. So I know Mr. G will do his VAM announcement at some point. So then I just got to figure out other road trips. I think Doyle was going to have another Georgia meetup. They did an Alabama meetup, which that's like 3 days to get out there. I'm like, I'm not doing that one this year. Like, you guys can do it. Let me know how it was.
Right.
But
I joined the Facebook group for that, but I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm getting down there on one vacation day.
yeah, just, that would be like two like 700-mile days, I think, from where they were in Alabama. I would have that's how what I would have to do. And one 700-mile day is a lot. Two in a row is, I don't know. I'd have to figure it out, but
Right.
be pushing it.
Honestly, so like I mentioned Florida a little earlier, wanting to go down there. I'm really, really trying to talk my friends into just like signing up for the Iron Butt Challenge and just
Just
one day down there.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. I did and the thing is it screws up the day before. If you leave at like, at least in New England, like between 11 a.m. and 1 a.m., you make up so much time. Like, we can get through New York and all that, no traffic in Connecticut.
Nice.
But then the thing is, it's like, all right, well, I want to get sleep before I go. So then that's what I mean. Like, you lose that next day or the day before.
Yeah, when we went down to Tennessee, we left at like 5 in the morning. So I was at my buddy's house the night before at like 10 o'clock. We basically just took like a quick nap and then we're gone.
But yeah, I know. Bikes, Bays, and Brews, Ben. He lives hour and a half, 2 hours north of me in Salem, Mass. He just one days everything. Like, it seems regardless of where it is, he will just one day it and just leave it like the appropriate time at night to get there.
Nice.
And he doesn't stop, doesn't do anything. He's just like, I'm just gonna get to where I'm going. I'm like, which is awesome. I'd love to be able to do that, but the Riker is just does. I don't get the gas mileage to be able to bang out mileage like that. So
Yeah, I think on my Road King I get like maybe 140 to a full tank if I'm lucky.
right, that's on average. That's about when I was stopping between 120 and 140 miles. But and that would probably be one of the only other reasons I would want to upgrade to a Spider is for the more range.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been looking at. Like the every once in a while I'll look at Milwaukee 8 road glides, like the used ones that are, I'm gonna use air quotes here, cheap. Um, because like they have I think a 5 gallon tank compared to my 4 or something like that. But there's that extra gallon and like running a stock motor with no motor work would definitely be nice for going across the country. A lot less stops.
Yeah, that would definitely add up. But yeah, it's basically what I do now is I do 2 hour stints, like 2 hours, 120, 130 miles, depending, and then just stop. But so what I try to do is like the first stop is just gas, quick snack. So then
Mhm.
4 hours in is when I'm actually stopping for food. And then I'll do it again, doing next 2 hours, just quick pit stop, and then so kind of try to make up time that way.
Right. Depending on what I'm doing and where I'm going and who I'm going with, like if I'm soloing something, I'll just kind of like stop here and there and eat a Slim Jim or something and call it a day.
Yeah.
But like when we went to all I have, okay, the only trip I've really been on is the Tennessee trip on the motorcycle, but I'm hoping to change that, so I'm kind of going to reference that quite a bit here. But when we went there, we stopped at a Come and Go, and we pretty much had like roller dogs for breakfast with
Nice.
Starbucks pre-made frappuccino. That was my breakfast. So we kind of just did that for the whole way down. And then I think at one point when Mac was wanting to use the bathroom, we hit a McDonald's, and that was lunch at like 1 p.m.
Right. Yeah, I need one. I can snack for a while, but I need like one solid meal. Like, just really stop, just sit down, eat, and then I'm good, and then I'll bang out a ton more miles after that.
Oh, definitely. Like, Slim Jims can only get you so far before you're like, man, this kind of sucks.
Yeah, my body's like, you've had enough Red Bull. You need actual like
You need
actual.
something to soak up that Red Bull now.
Burn. The guys are saying those are 6 gallon tanks.
Oh, on those ones? Okay, I wasn't 100% sure. I know it's a lot more than I have on mine right now.
which is even better. So yeah,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
but yeah, so it's funny. The Riker is a 5.5, and I think the spiders are like 6 point something. The newer spiders,
Nice.
but
I mean, I've been looking. Sorry, go ahead. I keep on cutting you off.
for the Riker tank size, the mileage is terrible just because the RPMs are so high on the
Oh,
highway.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's just that's the one drawback to it with the CVT. It's like they should have changed the gearing just a little bit to drop the RPMs, but
Right, or kind of gave it like an overdrive in the auto or something like that.
something like that. Yeah, there should have been something. Although, also, I should stop cruising at like 90, 85. That would help. But
Yeah, that's my big thing too. Is like, man, my gas mileage sucks. It's like, oh, I'm going 95 mile an hour. That's probably why it sucks so bad.
yeah, yeah, but the time that you make up is worth it.
Oh, 100%. I'd rather cruise 90, 100, and then just have to like get gas a little more often to make it further a lot quicker.
Yeah, like I would fall asleep going 65. If I had to go 65 the whole way, I would just lay down somewhere and just and just
So funny
stop.
story about that. I have actually almost fallen asleep on my bike twice because I got stuck in traffic going 55 and said, man, what the hell is this?
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, there's been a couple times I was close, but
It's like it was kind of like I was going and it's like I'm drifting a little too much. I gotta like put my visor up now and get wind in the face. Oh my gosh. And that was very quickly followed up by a gas station Red Bull stop, just to make
oh,
sure.
let's see. Scott's Moto Adventures. How big? The Canyon tank is the same as the F3, so that's like a 6 gallon tank. So they didn't change anything for the frame or gas tanks or anything for that. And Rody says he can get 300 miles on his tank. So with his 114 road glide.
Jealous.
So he actually gets very good mileage on that thing.
Let's say if it's a 114, it should be a Milwaukee A, so it's a bigger tank too.
Yeah.
I'm rocking a '07 with a built motor, running a 10.5 compression ratio, and it sips gas. It drinks gas. I was gonna say sip, but I can watch that gas cage go down sometimes. Unfortunately, on my way back from Tennessee, we got stuck in traffic, and I know a lot of people are going to say that this isn't what caused it, but my flywheel's bent up, and I'm pretty sure it's because I got stuck in standstill traffic and didn't shut my bike off quick enough.
Mm. Oh,
So,
yeah. I see what you're saying.
because after that, I noticed that the compensator and everything was just not right. And then I had a shop looking at it, they're like, yeah, your flywheels are bent. You kind of need to rebuild your motor. And it's like, oh, great. That's
So,
just exactly what I wanted to hear.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, there was a couple times we hit traffic on both trips where I was just stuck. I'm like, I'm just going to turn the Riker off. Even though it's liquid cooled and has the fans and everything, I'm like, I'm not risking this thing overheating in traffic.
yeah, I definitely didn't do that as often as I should have. And I paid the price for it, about a lot more money than I want to admit to.
Yeah.
At least in a group chat where people know what bikes are worth. So I've been telling people, they're like, oh yeah, that bike sounds really good. I'm like, yeah, I've got about a 2018 R1 into that motor right there, and it hurts.
But it's fun though. Yeah, I've been liking the road trips a lot more. Been moving more towards that type of ride. So
Oh, me too. I've only been on that one long one. I've been on a lot of like in-state road trips and on the one out of state, and I want to do more out of state so bad.
and it's tough though because it's like for Saturday, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go out all day, but no one wants to go out all day. One, because it's gonna be cold, and two, they're like,
Mhm.
they don't lay down those miles. I'm like, I'll easily do 100 to 200 miles a day. I don't care. Like, and still stay in Massachusetts.
Right.
Like, and just
I'm with you there.
go somewhere, go have breakfast, hit a mountain, and then ride back. Like it's. I think me and Rhodey's even done 300 in a day. I forget where we went, but I think by the time I got home, it was like 300 miles.
Nice. I was gonna say, I don't talk to this woman anymore, but I picked up a woman that wanted to go on a ride, and we literally rode entirely across the state on just a whim for like 3 hours one way. That was a long ass day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's just kind of riding I like doing though. Like my friends aren't. They say they're into it, but then about the hour and a half mark, they're like, "Man, this kind of sucks." It's like I don't know what you're talking about. I got a bagger. This is fucking great.
Right. I'm so comfortable. I'm like, I can just keep going.
Exactly. It's like my Saddleman seat's all broken in. I got passenger pegs I can put my feet up onto if I need to. I'm loving this. And they're like on their sport bikes, like, yeah, we're not loving this. And it's like, maybe you should get a cruiser or something long range.
Yeah.
Add it to your arsenal. Get a gold wing.
Right. Like those Goldwing bikes are tanks. Absolute
Oh,
tanks.
100%. And they
But
have so much range on those bikes on a tank of gas too. Like I swear I've passed the same gold wing like 3 or 4 times on the freeway, and it's like, how have you guys not stopped yet? I've already stopped 4 times now.
yeah, those things are. I do like them. They're nice, but they're monsters. So you're like, where would I put that thing? I don't have
Oh,
room for it.
100%.
And then the other problem is who's going to work on it.
Right, yeah, exactly. I think
So
the closest Honda dealership to me is at least an hour away, and that's even if they'll take it.
right, yeah, because
Because I think,
then they don't want to work on the trikes. They'll work on the regular gold wings, but they want to touch the trikes.
right.
But man, with that motor and the stuff you could do to that thing, you get those things screaming.
Hmm.
And still have the like. You could still keep it like touring wise and still have fun with it.
100%. One of the guys I follow on here that's used to be in Michigan. I want to say we're mutuals because he watches my stuff once in a while, but I don't know if he just like clicks on my comment and goes to my videos from there. He's actually got a brand new Goldwing that he's been like raving about, but he's in Texas now. But it looks like a very nice bike.
Oh, they're nice. I still think even with technology, they're way too heavy for what they are. But
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, they're pushing 1,000. They weigh more than some of the trikes.
Yeah,
Like my Riker only weighs 650 pounds. Like, you got
I think
Harley.
my Harley weighs like 700 or 800 pounds. You got me beat.
No one wants to see 300 days at a minimum. Yeah, that's a good day of riding. 300 miles. I would do that. I'm probably gonna get close to that Saturday. Like that's the plan. So
Oh yeah.
gonna ride all the way out to Connecticut, ride all the way back, ride close to the Cape Cod, which is like totally opposite directions, and then ride back. So then whatever else happens at night, it'll probably cool off at night, and then the guys will get scared and go home. So
Yeah. I've been so happy with that fairing I installed on that Road King. Like it stands out too. I like that part because I didn't get a Road Glide fairing or a Street Glide fairing. I got an old like FXR police fairing I put on it, and it is so damn nice compared to those ape hangers.
nice. Yeah, that's the difference too. It's just like if you have the right arrow on it and you're moving the wind, it doesn't bother you as much.
Hmm. I think the only complaint I have for it is I didn't get the taller windshields. I think were out of stock at the time or not continuing them right now. But I need like a couple extra inches to get the wind just that little bit over my helmet. Because when I have my visor up, it grabs that visor pretty hard.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
nothing I can't just like duck down a little bit for to compensate for. So
yeah, I got mine set up just enough where it's just going over, and I can tuck if I want to, and then it all works out. So,
it's the way to do it.
and it's from Amazon, so and it
Oh,
works.
nice.
And it's the best looking one for the Riker too. Like anything Can-Am or any aftermarket company, why can't they make something that looks decent? Like
I
what
hear you there.
it always comes with like a flat like shield that goes up. I'm like, you're killing your arrow doing that. Like this one's like you want something more angled that still kind of moves wind.
Hmm. Well, I've got the Clockworks on mine, so it's kind of like got a little bubble to it, but it's got a flare at the top, so it'll like direct it up.
Yeah,
That's really nice.
yeah, it's a good setup.
The only gripe I have with it is so many people assume it's an ST fairing, and it's like, no, it's not blocky enough to be an ST fairing if you look at it.
Right. You know,
And that's not like just people that are looking at it. That's like people that should know the difference. So it's like, are you pulling my chain right now, dog? You know, you're more autistic about Harleys than I am. What do you mean?
Nice. Yeah, it's just it's a good year for riding. Still have time for. Oops. Hey, it's Leaky's Bike It. Hey, thanks for stopping by in a random live stream. Probably finishing up here soon, hitting the 2 hour mark coming up. So
I will say it hasn't felt like 2 hours. It felt like 20 minutes so far.
no, it's just this how I do it. I just do random stuff. If I don't have a topic, we just talk about whatever comes up and whatever the chat wants to bring up.
That's the way to do it.
Nobody from the chat was brave enough to join this time, which is fine. I'll plan another one at some point during the winter. I definitely want to do this more because it just gives us something to do. It gives everyone a chance to get together and talk for a little bit.
Well, if you ever want to let our guests, let me know. I'm always down.
Definitely. Yeah. And like I said before, earlier in the video, everyone go subscribe to this guy. Go check out his channel. He's got some cool stuff going on. So we can make him part of the group at some point. Maybe he shows up to VAM or GAM or something like that.
Definitely want to. It's in the wish list, but we'll see how finances and vacation goes.
Yeah. I have been pushing for something in Pennsylvania, but I need somebody in Pennsylvania to run it. Just because that makes more sense. Like I can't do it from here. But well, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's kind of like I'm cool making the road trip, but it'd be nice to have something a little bit closer to home that I can maybe like day trip to for an event and back.
That's what I'm thinking. Like Pennsylvania is perfect. It's the perfect state. Like anywhere in Pennsylvania is perfect. Like for most of us in this group that I'm talking about, we can all get there within a day, or less, or like half a day. So, ma'am.
Nice.
I've thought about doing something in New England, but that would suck for everybody except for us. Because just getting through like the torture of New York and Connecticut, like it would have to set it up somewhere in Western Mass, like nowhere near where I am on East Coast, and that would just be a hassle. Would probably honestly piggyback off of Americade or Laconia. That would make it worth it for everyone to come out here. Because then you have our little event, and then you're like, okay, here's Laconia, or here's Americade and Lake George. Like that would work out. But also, I have massive ADD and don't know how to plan stuff, so I can't. I can help, but it can't be me like running it.
I feel that like I try to plan stuff out, and it's like it usually either falls apart or someone else hijacks it. And it's like, oh, all right, have fun, do your thing. I'll just follow now.
Do an event at Lime Rock. I haven't talked to anyone at Lime Rock in a long time. I don't know what their policies are on events now, but once I did convince them to let three-wheelers on there. This was years, probably before COVID. The guy was all about it, and like mixing two wheels and three wheels, just to get some. Because I had like 5 guys interested. He's like, "All right, we'll try it, whatever." Then COVID came up, and I'm like, "Fuck it," like I don't care anymore.
Speaking of COVID, when that happened, did you notice like the massive influx of motovloggers and creators that like just randomly swarmed everything and then died off immediately after?
Oh yeah, I knew some of them too. So I started a little bit before that, so like 2019-ish, and then I kind of got lumped into that group because I was still doing it during COVID. So
Right. See, I kind of started early, but I didn't have a nice GoPro. I had a Hero 7 white, so like I went back recently and privated all those. I was like, man, you can't hear me say anything. It's just wind. This does not match what I do now, so I'm gonna like make these my own little private videos.
right, yeah, that was a fun time with like all the small creators, and then life got back to normal and people gave up. They went back to living their lives. So.
Oh, I know, because like shit, there was a guy I watched named Code Gray, and I like watching him because he was in Ohio, and it's like he's pretty close, and then it's like, oh, he's just gone now. It's like, oh man.
Funny, I think I was on a Discord with him a while ago, and he's just doing life stuff. He just not like I don't even think there was an explanation. I think he just stopped.
I think so too. I did make a video about like where'd everybody go. That's coming out in winter at some point. But I mentioned like him, and it's like no one really said anything. They just kind of like went and then dropped right off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, John, you talked to Code Gray, right? Yeah, so I know he's doing all right. I just don't know what channel wise what his plans
Right.
were. So
There was actually one guy I did a collab with. His was Bill the Harley guy, and I was like, man, I hadn't heard from him in a while, so I went back to look at his channel, and it's like, oh no, he fucking died. Oh shit. I mean,
you know
he was
what?
an older guy, but it's like, oh man, damn it, I wanted to hang out with him again.
Yeah, there was a spider guy that died this year of cancer, and he had asked me questions and stuff like that, and because I started seeing stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, like his health wise, I'm keeping up with him, and then I go to reach out to him, like, I'm too late, which sucks. I wish I got to him before that. I should have just taken the initiative, but
Right. Well, even my friend down in Florida, he had a buddy that was an Instagram poster, content creator there. And he texted me, he's like, yeah, one of my friends just got hit by a car and he didn't make it. And it's like, oh, that sucks. And it's like, oh no, it's that guy. Damn it. I know who he is too.
all right. Yeah, real reality. Yeah, Chopper Fett. Occasionally I'll hear from him, but I think he has zero plans. I think he's way too busy with the kids and other stuff, and now he's like in his happy place. So, but which sucks because his stuff was really, really good. Like that was professional. You would think he had he had a team behind him. It was just him, and the stuff that he did was amazing. But I think because of that and the amount of time he had to sink into it, he just doesn't want to do it anymore. Which I totally get. So.
Yeah, it was kind of cool though during those like that year or two where everybody was just making stuff and had like the little community that was just like the small creators. But it'd be cool to have something like that again too, but not under those same circumstances.
That's what I got with this band of misfits going on.
Nice. I'm trying to build something like that up here. It's just really hard to convince people to put a camera on their face when they do things that are illegal.
That's yeah. That's why most of the sports bike groups videos is just blurs.
Yeah. Cowie will post stuff, but he also doesn't run a license plate ever. So like when I ride with him, he's not at risk of like, here's his house and his name and where he lives. It's just another dude on a sport bike going fast.
Right.
But
Yeah. None of these guys they got plates flipped up and stuff like that. That's just how they roll, and I think that's pretty standard with sports bikes at this point. So.
I'd say so too. I mean, I still run mine very visible, like it's hanging out the back of the bike so they can see it. And I know for a fact the moment I bend it up, I'm getting nailed for it. I don't want to chance it.
Right. Yeah. I'm too slow to get away anyway. So.
I feel that. Or you get that one-off chance where it's like you're in a parking lot and they block you, and it's like, oh damn, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad that YouTube pays for your gear. I don't pay for anything. Although I do have to. I did say a shout out to Sean when I made that video. Someone gifted me some GoPro 9s, which was pretty awesome. So that definitely made a big difference.
How are you liking those?
A lot better than the 8s. I think they're a lot easier to deal with. The only thing that
Okay.
sucks, the batteries are different. So I'm like, all right, I gotta buy it. But that's just what companies do now. So they make it so you
Right.
gotta buy something else. And I had to buy another media mod to go with it. So there's a couple differences, but once I got everything all set up and all of that, they're so much faster. The battery life's better. Like just transferring files and dealing with stuff, it's so much easier than the 8s. So
I might have to look into those because I'm still rocking a Hero 8 myself. And it's like I watch a lot of other people that post, and it's like, man, that looks so much crisper than mine. But I just don't want to fork over the brand new GoPro money.
right, that's kind of where I was looking at because I was looking at new cameras anyways, and my buddy Sean's like, "Hey, I'll just give you these two 9s." But yeah, as far as GoPros, Rogue Reality just commented. He's the guy to look at for his videos. He's like knows all this stuff.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, we just hit the 2 hour mark now, so still got people watching, but I gotta work tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, me too.
So, all right, yeah. So I'm gonna call it. This was pretty cool. I'm glad we got to do this randomly on a Thursday night. Got to introduce you to the crew here.
I
So,
appreciate the introduction and have me on board for the live stream.
yeah, no problem. Yeah, we'll keep you up to date on stuff and events and things for next year, and we'll see what we can do.
Sounds good to me. Hopefully, I can make it out to at least one.
Yeah, and even if you've got something out your way, I know we're always looking for somewhere different to go, so we can
Okay.
cut across Pennsylvania and Ohio and get there.
I think the only thing that's really interesting here is every once in a while there will be like a quiet or a ghost meet or something like that. Or there's Rebel Road, which is like a 4-day bike rally. That's pretty cool too. But I think it suffers from every other bike rally itis, where it's just people drink and park and call it a day.
Right. Yeah, we can do that here.
Yep.
All right. So, and thanks to everybody in the chat. So, and everyone who showed up during the live stream that popped in and popped out. We appreciate it. So,
Definitely.
all right. I'm going to go see what my son is up to because I don't know what he's doing wandering around. So, go back to life. So, appreciate it.
Right.
And I'll talk to you later, Jake.
Definitely talk to you as well. See ya.
All right.